this thing. Gotta have that. This incredible bag with all of the different eyeballs from Fantasia. Each eyeball is from the cat. If you know, you know. Meow. I even got it as a shirt. I just thought this was so sick. Black and white, incredible merch from Fantasia. And sue me, I took 3 brochures for safekeeping. Just love the physical brochure, you know? It's like when society gets like a solar flare or alien attack and like, you know, most of the internet's destroyed, you know, there'll be no record of things we've done, this video, but they'll have like these, you know? There'll be like one charred Fantasia thing, and in the wreckage, when they're assembling a new society, I can say, look, I was a filmmaker. Wherever it is, I can't find it. Me and everyone in here, we'll tell you the cave stories. We'll make finger shadows on the wall and paintings on our cave. There it is, Godhead, baby. So anyway, I always like to take a couple of these. Hi, I'm Mark. Thanks for checking out the channel. Thanks for tuning in. This is my little video diary where I go over what's new in my filmmaking life and talk about film stuff, and who knows, it's kind of just a cheaper version of therapy. My dog Luna seems to agree. When I last checked in, I was bound for Fantasia for Montreal to world premiere my new movie Godhead. It was as fun of an experience as I ever could have hoped for. The audiences were so nice, the people I met, the reactions were really positive, at least people who came up to me, which I guess if you didn't like the movie, you probably wouldn't have come up to me, but you know, we've had great reviews online from critics, from Letterboxd, and it's just nice to see, it's not nice, it's the best feeling to see that this thing you've labored over for a couple years. Luna! Sorry, this is Luna. She just wanted to be in the video, I guess. It's so nice to know that the thing you've labored over for years, you know, between shooting and editing, that it not only found a place to world premiere, like I said in my last video, and how grateful it is to have Fantasia, but also that place where it premieres enjoys your film. Because I said this when I opened the movie at the first premiere, I think I did tear up a little bit. A couple journalists noted that, but it's because my thesis is always make the movie you want to see. But what I've discovered is that the movie I want to see is also a movie that other people want to see, and I usually find those people at Fantasia. So to bring a movie that I made to Fantasia is, to me, literally bringing it to the people I made it for myself and for them, because I feel like that's the lane creatively that I tend to hit. And the types of people that go to Fantasia are the kinds of people who like, I guess, what I like, which is what I've discovered. And not to say there's not other people like that in the world. I would say many fantastic film festivals and horror film festivals have similar types of people who go. But I'm biased and Fantasia's my favorite. So yeah, I do hope that we will have more chances. But yeah, it was just an amazing time. We had the actors who played Firstborn and Secondborn there, Sarah Coffey, Kimball Farley. We had the actor who played the boy, AKA Matthew, Luke Speakman. It was awesome to have him there, star in the making. Al Warren, who plays the priest, unfortunately couldn't make it in the end. He got an acting gig in another country, but he was there with us in spirit. Our cinematographer, Will Babcock, producer Julian, producer Jordan. We had executive producer Jewel Ross there, who is a Hollywood manager and producer for some very incredible people. And so it was awesome to have him there, being supportive and joining in the festivities. We had my mom there, one of our always lifelong EPs on my films. Kimball's mom came, Riley Dwyer, associate producer, was there. He took a bunch of these shots that I'm showing. I'll link down below the proper photo credits. One of our PAs and stand-ins, Thomas, came by. He drove all the way from South Carolina. I mean, shout out to Thomas. That is just incredible dedication to come to the film festival, but Tom's just trying to be an actor and he wants to network, and I appreciate the hustle, I admire the hustle. But yeah, it was just an incredible time. And again, you labor over this thing for months and years, and to the point where you're happy with it, you, the filmmaker, and it's still scary every time, because I guess this is my third film at Fantasia, so I definitely could have gone in thinking, oh, of course everyone's gonna like it, because they've liked my short and my other feature, Hippo, and now it's my second feature. But you always hear these stories about people who like make a great feature and then make another one that doesn't hit, and I'm just like, I try to like not think about that. As a filmmaker, the lesson I'm learning is if you love the thing, again, it will find its people, and it'll probably be at the festival that you've been to several times. It's probably the safe space to premiere your film. Also, yeah, I think I'm probably just getting better at filmmaking as I get older and make more movies. Every movie I make and hopefully get to make in the future is a time capsule for what I was going through, what I was feeling in that time, in addition to my technical capability at that time. And every movie is about making something special that's a reflection of my own and the artists I'm involved with's life. And we bring ourselves to that work. And so, yeah, to see that come to life at Fantasia was really special. Shout out again to Justine Smith, who programs the underground section, and of course Mitch Davis, who I will continue to sing his praises until the end times, which may be closer than we think, unfortunately, but that's for another video. I had the pleasure of seeing a few films also while at Fantasia. I saw Dance Freak, which I mentioned in my last video. I saw that right off the plane, right when I landed, went straight to the 4 p.m. screening. It's hilarious and wild. I think any movie you see while you're jet lagged, you're also gonna have like a almost drug-induced feeling too. And yeah, watching that movie was like a trip in the best way. So kudos to the filmmakers behind that. They were awesome. They did a Q&A. Really funny guys. Yeah, I just loved hearing about the dedication. It took them, I don't remember how many years, but it was a multi-year shoot. Just kind of like whenever they can get out there and keep filming. And just love to hear that, because not every film is a clean 3-week schedule, 4-week schedule. Sometimes you just keep going, and filling in the gaps till it's done, till you're happy with it, till it means something. So that was a really fun time. I also had the pleasure of seeing the sci-fi short block, which had some really awesome films in it about VR and AI and augmented reality. Like, that sci-fi short block holds up with any season of Black Mirror, honestly, that has come out lately. Like, I think there's so much more to mine with where we're going with all of these things, and it's horrifying. I won't say too much about it now, but the next project I'm working on has a sci-fi component to it, but more on that in another video. I was also able to catch my friend Nick Taylor's movie called Rubberhead, The Life and Monsters of Steve Johnson. I was blown away by that documentary. Like, I love watching documentaries. I think as a fiction filmmaker, I actually probably watch more documentaries than fiction films. I'm just fascinated with truth. That sort of saying that truth is stranger than fiction, I often find that to be true. And I often am inspired by my best fiction from the truth, or something that could be true. But in any case, I knew nothing about the practical effects industry in Hollywood. I didn't know about early Hollywood. I didn't know about the 80s and 90s. I mean, I knew it existed. I knew American Werewolf in London had this incredible sequence, but I didn't really ever watch or read about the people behind that. The people behind those incredible practical effects. And Steve Johnson, in many ways, was the Steve Jobs of the practical effects industry in the 90s, sort of rising to the absolute top of this exploding industry, and also just a very troubled but lovable soul. And I think my friend Nick Taylor captured his life and his journey through when Hollywood was obsessed with special effects, practical special effects, like Jurassic Park, Ghostbusters, all these monsters that were actually made with makeup, to obviously VFX in the early 2000s when that came out. And his life within that arc, not surprisingly, is a bit of a rise and fall. because sadly practical effects are not as popular and definitely became a lot less popular in the 2000s than they were in the 90s, 80s, 70s, and so forth. So again, definitely keep an eye on that one. I wanted to see more stuff, but I was so tired in the best way from the premieres and the interviews. I'm just very easily drained. So if I have a podcast or an interview in a given day, I'm just like, I need to just like go away into my cave and rest. Met so many great people at the McKibben's pub at Fantasia, at all the mixers. I still have follow-up emails, people who want to watch my movie, people who sent me their movie. And yeah, Montreal, just as a city, always have a blast there. My third time in Montreal for the festival, and yeah, every time I don't want to leave. The food is amazing, all types of cuisines from around the world. The people are so nice, just an amazing city. So hope to be back there again soon. And so yeah, now I'm back at my current home, which is, if you can tell, New York City, where I'm from. And a lot of people asking me what's next for Godhead. You know, obviously we're looking for a distributor. We have a great sales agent on, Alif, hoping that we get into a bunch more festivals and just get the movie out there. I think it'll sort of find its buyer the same way it'll find its audience. And you know, I think in some ways, and probably many ways, our feedback for this movie has been even better than Hippo, which felt great. But like I said, no concrete updates at this time. In the meantime, people are asking me about, you know, what's the next festival Godhead's playing at. I can't publicly say, but this fall, I will say, Godhead will be coming to 2 different countries that aren't Canada. I can say that, I think. So stay tuned. Obviously, I'll keep you guys updated here for that. Yeah, like I said, the hope is just keep showing the movie to people, no matter where or how. The artist, the maker, we get so much joy from bringing it around the country, the world, and just getting it into, you know, the eyeballs of people everywhere. Because I think that Godhead, you know, on its surface level, is a horror film, a thriller, a suspense movie, Hitchcockian, as I myself called it, and many reviewers as well, or Twilight Zone-esque. A lot of people even comparing it to Begonia, which I'm flattered by. I actually never saw Begonia, but I'll get into that later. I love Yorgos, but sometimes I have to avoid films that are a little too close to my wavelength at the time. But in any case, it just brings me joy to get Godhead to people, because I think the message of Godhead, and I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I think the message of Godhead is a very important one for humans and humanity. Today, yesterday, tomorrow, I try to make sort of timeless films that say something about the world and the way we interact with each other. And for me, always instilling a feeling of hope. So even if it's a horror movie, dark comedy, thriller, I'm always looking for the kernel of humanity and hope. Sure, the movie can be entertaining, scary, thrilling, all of these things. But at the end of the day, for me, I didn't just make it to entertain or to thrill or to scare. I made it because I think that the message in it is very poignant. Also, I'm working on several other scripts, and as I hinted at, I'm actually currently in production for a zero-budget feature film. That's right. Some filmmakers try to go higher with every movie in their budget. I, on the other hand, have found that the smaller you go, the faster you can greenlight your own film. So again, that's also for another video. I will tell you about what I'm working on next. But for now, thank you so much for coming by to my video diary. Thank you for being my stand-in therapist and for allowing me to share my thoughts with you, the watchers, the internet. Thank you so much. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you have an amazing day, life, year, everything. You deserve it.